Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can take a downloaded car like this, set it up with an add-on called Rigacar, and then I'm going to show you how you can animate it along a path. And as you can see right here, the tires are turning and the suspension and everything is all rigged up. So if you ever downloaded a car that has a rig system and you want to learn how to animate it correctly, that's what this video is going to be covering. So let's just jump right into it. So in order to keep this video a lot shorter, what I recommend is go ahead and check out this video. I'll leave a link in the description below. What this is going to do is show you kind of what I'm going to be covering in this video, but I'm going to be showing you the way that I've learned how to do things. So it's a little bit different than how he's pulled it off. But the most important thing is you're going to need to go over here and download this add-on. So if you have a really older version, I believe somewhere like Blender 3, you can go to the official like Rigacar documentation, GitHub, and download it and it'll work. But this creator right here, he made it where it's going to work with Blender 5. So that was the issue I was running into, is I'm running Blender 5. So go ahead, download this, and then he shows you inside this video how to upload it as an add-on. So if you don't know how to do that, you just follow this video. So once you have the newest version of Rigacar, let me show you exactly the issues I ran into and kind of what I've learned doing this whole entire process. And here we are inside of a completely blank Blender file. So I'm going to show you the process that I did to get this car. So there's a lot of different ways you can get 3D models. I do have this add-on called BlenderKit. I know it's a very popular one. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to create a project where I'm going to have a bunch of cars kind of going across the screen. So I wanted a car that I can rotate the tires. So I just kind of started with this Amazon Prime van. So what I did is I just go ahead and you import it in. So if you have a downloaded file and it has all these weird controls on it, that's what this add-on called Rigacar is. So somebody already took the model and used that system and created a suspension, turning, all that good stuff. So let me just jump into here, and it's pretty cool. So I'm brand new to this type of rigging cars and everything. I always knew about it, but I wanted to really kind of learn a lot more about it. So when you download one of these, it's pretty cool. You can go underneath the pose mode, and then these little arrows, you could just like move these around, and you could see right here, this is going to move the tires. Let me pull this back. This is like the suspension. So if I start to move this around, you can see the cars going up and down. And then you can rig it where the tires are going to rotate, because if you didn't do like a Rigacar, you're not going to want to like manually rig this every time. I used to have to do that many years ago. You'd have to like calculate the formula for how many times the car is going to rotate between your points. So this system makes it much easier. So I just wanted to show you that if you download a file, that's what all of these little gadgets and all this type of stuff is. So one really important thing is you're going to want to make sure when you go to top view, you want to make sure that your car is pointing down like this. As far as I know, if it's not pointing this direction, you're going to run into a lot of issues. Because what I was realizing is when you have this follow like a path, it has to go in that direction. Because what I was doing, if you look right here, I was adding my path right here on the red line, so like the X, and it was like inverting the car. So I did some research, and the car has to be pointing down. Now the next step is we need to have it follow a path. So the easiest way is I'm just going to go up here, make sure I'm in this collection, hit add, you go to curve, you could just do path, and then scale this up. So you're going to want to make sure, like I was saying, it's not in that direction. So you could just open up this, you can rotate it however you like to rotate things. So we need to rotate it on the Z right here. So if I go ahead and hit that 90, it's now going to be going straight down. So we're going to start with just a simple path going straight down. So one really cool thing I learned is you can figure out what direction this path is heading. So what you need to do is select your new path, and this button right up here is called Curve Edit Mode. And what that's going to do is show you the direction it is. So this is actually going the wrong direction. So that's good I did this, because you can see the arrows are pointing up. We want the arrows to be pointing down. So when I rotated that, I actually did that at the wrong axis. So I needed to be -90. So now I have it where it's -90. And if I go back into edit mode, you can see the arrows are now pointing down. And hopefully that comes through. I'll zoom in a little bit. So you can see you want the arrows to be pointing the direction you want the car to animate. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get out of edit mode. And what we're going to do now is assign this to that path. So this is going to be one really important thing, is you're going to want to select your car. You can just click this right here, or just click over here in the outliner. Go into pose mode, because that's going to give it where you can now select a pose. Select this outer one right here, and then you want to click this button right here as a bone constraints. So when you click that, right here where it says root, you're going to want to make sure this says root, because if you select one of these other ones, you can see that's like drift. This should be like suspension. You don't want to click any of these. It's really important that you make sure that it says root right here. And then underneath the bone constraints, click this button, hit follow path. And the target, you can either use eyedropper or just, I only have the one path in here. Just click that. And then when you do that, it's gonna go all weird. So what you need to do is hit -Y. Make sure you keep the up at X, fixed position, and follow path. So that's what I was saying earlier is I was running into issues, like I said, where I had the path going the opposite way because that's the way I wanted to animate. It has to be this direction. It has to be the direction that the car is pointing. Okay, so now when you do this, let me go into this perspective. You should be locked at the end. If you have any like gaps or anything like that, you can hit this object button. You're going to make sure that these are all like zeroed out right here. Then if you just offset this right here, so if I go ahead and just offset this, you can see it's just going to go from one end to another. So let's go ahead and just do that at frame 1. I'm just going to hit this button right next to it, set this keyframe. Let's just keep it simple and go to frame 100. And then I'm going to just animate this to 1 and then hit the keyframe button right here. So you can see it's now officially animating. So now you have your car following a path. So and let's just keep this one simple, and let's just have it where I want the tires to make sure they rotate while they're driving. Because as soon as you do that, you're going to see the tires aren't going to be rotating. I'm going to show you a little trick to see if your tires are actually rotating, because it's a little bit hard to see, but I can tell right now they're not rotating. And that's because you need to go into object mode again. Make sure you select this one down here, the root. And then you should have your Rigacar show up right here. So if you don't see this panel, just hit N on your keyboard and it should show up right here. Then you just need to click this button right here. It says Bake Wheels Rotation. And then I'm just doing it from 1 to 100. So you need to make sure you set your keyframes first and then you can hit OK. So now the tires are rotating. And like I said, it's kind of hard to tell in the animation sometimes because tires are just kind of like black right here. So it's hard to tell if they're actually rotating. So here's a cool little trick I found out is if I go into edit mode, let me get here, let me go to wireframe. If I just select this tire right here, so this main tire, what I'm going to do is this is just for testing purposes. I'm going to go ahead and just like select this. I'll select these faces right here, like a big chunk right here. Go into the material. I'm just going to add a new material and just make it white and assign it. So inside the viewer now, you can see, if I zoom out and I scrub along, you can now see the tire is rotating because you could see the white chunk right here rotating while the car's going. So that means the rotation is working correctly. So I definitely learned if you can't tell if the tires are rotating, this is a cool little trick. So now I'm just going to go back into object mode and delete that material. And when you do that, it should go back to normal. So definitely a cool little trick I learned. Okay, so now your car is animating correctly, and you should be able to see these little like empties right here. This is part of the rigging system. Those should be rotating too. So it's like another visual cue to make sure that your tires are rotating. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add some curves, and then I'll show you how you can assign the tire rotation and everything. So if we go back into the Rigacar, you can click this button where it says Clear Baked Animation, and I'm going to go ahead and just click that, and it should do it to both. So now when I'm animating, these little empties are not moving. So you can see right here, I've removed all of that. So let's go back into the top view here. And just for demo purposes, I'm just going to go ahead, make it really simple. Just kind of rotate it like this, move this one around. So I'm just hitting G and I'm just literally highlighting these points and just moving the path. So if you look right here, of course, the tires are not going to be rotating. It's not going to have anything. So it's really simple. It's the same thing. You're just going to go ahead and click this rig system. Make sure you're on the right layers right here. Rigacar, and you can hit bake steering. So it's going to be the same from 1 to 100. And you can see as soon as you do that, the tires have moved, and you can see these like keyframes down here. So a good visual cue for this one is going to be, or the tires turning inside of a turn. So you can see that they are turning and they're not straight anymore. And then you just, while that's selected, just click the same button again, hit wheel rotation, and then that's going to add the rotation. So same thing, if I go ahead and select this, you can see, and I'm just going to do that little test again where I go into the wireframe and select some faces, just like this, go into here, just make a new white and assign it. And then just so I have a visual cue, let's get out of here. And it should be rotating. You can see this white chunk right here and the tire is rotating. Because yeah, like I said, it's really hard to tell sometimes until you render it. And then this car is like going really fast. So you could always change your keyframes and your offsets and all of that. Pretty standard stuff. And that's it for this tutorial. I just wanted to show how you can go ahead, download a rigged car, assign it to like a path right here, and then how you easily bake these two things in. And then the nice thing is you can always remove it. So like I said, if you go ahead and click that, you can always go ahead and clear the baked animation. So the biggest takeaway for me learning this is when you import the car, like I said, it has to be pointing down, and then your path has to be in the same direction. That's the biggest key, because I waste a lot of time doing it the other way, like over here, left and right. And as soon as you do that, when you assign it to the follow path, it glitches out. It like inverts the car. It was upside down, and I tried everything for many hours trying to figure that out. So if you definitely run into it where when you add your car to the path, if it's upside down or inverted, it's because the direction of your path isn't following the way the car is kind of like rigged up. So that's why I want to create this tutorial, so I can document this process, and hopefully you took away something. And let me know in the comments below if this was helpful, and make sure you like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, bye.